pretty confident, I guess, that the guy we saw at the end of his rookie year is still in there somewhere. I just think the combination of coaching last year and the fact that he came into the season thinking it was going to be easy or easier,
right?
I really think spelled trouble for this franchise. I think the same thing applies organizationally, Les. I think Dorsey got a false sense of what Freddie Kitchens could do as a head coach by watching him call plays in those games. I think he put too much stock in the relationship that Kitchens had with Mayfield based on 5 games. And I think the players themselves thought that they were well on their way to being something that they weren't. Well, we'll see if they fumbled it all.
I might be the only guy who says, all right, he didn't have a great year last year, but not, just like you say, not enough to wipe him out for year number 3. I think that he showed some signs, and I think some of the mistakes, he didn't have his wide receivers weren't there to help him in OTAs. The team was never really together on the field, and it almost was an accident waiting to happen when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we could make one judgment on him, it would be that he's not a guy who's going to lift all boats like we thought he was at the end of his rookie year.
Right.
Well, I mean, when he came to that game against the Jets and he performed the way he did, the whole team, in my mind, had a different energy level, took on a whole different sense of confidence. And then last year, he was part of the problem. It wasn't like, he was done in by everything that happened around him. He didn't have a very good year. He wasn't accurate. I thought he was too heavy when he came into the season. I think he has a lot of changes to make.
Well, if he's a guy who thrives on criticism and gets better because of it, that might be the perfect solution for what might happen.
Sure.
Here's what happened last year for Baker: 317 completions in 534 attempts, 59.4% completions, 38.27 yards. 22 touchdowns and 21 interceptions. So that is not a good ratio. jj-zachariason from numberfire.com projects that Baker is going to have a bounce-back year because this is actually for people who play fantasy football. He's somebody they pay attention to. He's predicting, Zachariason, I don't know how you do this, but he's predicting at 327 yards passing or pass attempts. Let me start again. 527 pass attempts, 3904 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. So there's improvement right there. But I don't know how you make up those numbers, but Zachariason did. It's a thriving business doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think those are reasonable numbers when you think about them. When you think about a team that's probably going to try to run the ball as much as this one's going to, with Chubb and Hunt in the backfield. So it's not like he's predicting a 40 touchdown, 6 interception season for the guy. I think those are within reach.
Yeah, those are enough numbers to play with. That's for sure.